You aren't actually afraid of failing. You're afraid of being ordinary. You've been told your whole life that you have so much potential. You were the smart kid, the one who got things easily. But somewhere along the line, that praise became a prison. Now, if you aren't winning, you feel like you're invisible. This is the exact psychological trap that destroyed Light Yagami. He didn't start using the notebook because he was a monster. He started using it because he was bored. And in the next 7 minutes, we're going to look at the dark psychology of the gifted kid trap and how the very traits that make you successful might also be setting you up for your own quiet collapse. Psychologists call it the gifted child burnout. When you are praised purely for your intellect rather than your effort, your brain builds a dangerous association. My worth is tied to being the smartest person in the room. So what happens when the room gets bigger? What happens when school ends and the real world doesn't hand out gold stars every Friday?
You get bored. A very specific, toxic type of boredom. Light Yagami had the top grades in the country. He had a perfect family, a clear path, and a guaranteed future. And he hated every single second of it. Why? Because it was easy. When life stops challenging a highly active mind, that mind will start manufacturing its own chaos just to feel awake. If you've ever self-sabotaged a stable job, a good relationship, or a healthy routine just to feel something, you felt a fraction of what Light felt the afternoon that book fell from the sky. But here is where the motivation turns dangerous. The illusion of clarity. Smart people are incredibly good at one terrifying thing: rationalizing their own bad behavior. Because you are used to being correct, your brain assumes that your instincts are also always correct. If you decide to cut someone off, you tell yourself it's protecting your peace. If you stop working, you call it strategic rest. For Light, it started small. He convinced himself he was doing a necessary, difficult job that only he was smart enough to handle. It doesn't feel like a mistake when you're making it. It feels like alignment. It feels like purpose. But the moment you decide you are above the rule,
Whether they are the rules of a game, of relationships, or of self-discipline, is the exact moment you stop growing. You've replaced curiosity with certainty, and certainty is the death of intelligence. So how do you escape the trap? How do you avoid becoming the villain of your own story? It starts by embracing the one thing Light Yagami could never tolerate: being ordinary. The modern self-improvement world tells you to be obsessed, to isolate yourself, to work until your eyes bleed. They tell you to be the main character. But true mental resilience doesn't come from proving you are better than everyone else. It comes from being perfectly fine with sitting in a quiet room with your own thoughts, without needing to conquer the world to prove you exist. Greatness isn't a title you win. It's a relationship with yourself that you don't have to constantly defend. The next time you feel that itch of boredom, or that fear that you aren't doing enough compared to everyone else online, put the pen down, close the laptop. Realize that your potential isn't a debt you have to pay back to the world. It's just a space for you to grow at your own pace, on your own terms. If you've ever felt the pressure of the gifted kid curse, tell me your story in the comments. I want to read them. And if this video gave you a different way to look at your own drive, hit subscribe. We're going deeper into the psychology of our favorite characters next week. Keep growing, keep questioning, and don't let your mind build a cage for your potential. I'll see you on the path.